Hello everyone, and welcome to another update video for Fable The Lost content. In this video, I'll be going over a new feature that I like to call the mini quest system. So, as you probably know, Fable has a whole bunch of quests that you can get access to from the Heroes Guild map table. You have the core quests, which are effectively the quests which progress the game's story. Then you have your side quests, which can be either silver or bronze. Now, as far as I am aware, it is currently not possible for us to create a new quest for the game in the same way that the developers do it. For example, I couldn't make a menu pop up that tells you about a new quest, and I wouldn't be able to make my own custom triggers for things like cutscenes. That being said, I have had an idea recently, which is to use the game's already existing cutscenes to create more content, and since these changes won't be as detailed as quests that obviously the developers have already created for Fable, I decided that mini quests would be a fitting name for this feature. What exactly do I mean by this? Well, let's start off with the first core quest in the game that you have access to after completing your guild training, which is Wasp Menace. You go to the Heroes Guild and accept the quest from the map table, just like you normally would, but instead of going straight to the picnic area, which is where the game expects you to go, you can notice some changes to the maps that might convince you to go somewhere else. Using the Wasp Menace quest again as an example, upon accepting the quest from the guild, you will notice a signpost with a note in Lookout Point that was written by the Bowerstone Sheriff and informs you about an infestation of wasp hives in Greatwood. If you aren't aware, this isn't something I made up either. This was actually a quest that was originally meant to be in the game and could have possibly been a predecessor to the Wasp Menace quest. If you want more info on cut quests like these, then I recommend checking out my friend Lee Cook's Facebook page for Fable cut content. He documents a lot of his theories on how these quests were meant to play out based on the evidence that we've managed to find and ties them into the game's storyline. But as I mentioned before, I can't restore the actual quest itself in the way that the developers intended it due to certain limitations with modding Fable. So, instead, the mini quest system aims to give you extra objectives which you can complete alongside existing quests to receive new rewards, if that makes sense. Anyways, once you've found the note and read all the information you need to know about your new objective, you can go straight to Greatwood instead of the picnic area. This is important because, as I mentioned earlier, these new objectives are tied to the Wasp Menace quest. So if you complete the quest like normal before doing this new objective, then you won't be able to do it as the new assets I have spawned will disappear along with the quest. When you enter Greatwood, you will notice a guard waiting for you. He only spawns here during this quest as a bodyguard. You will also notice all these wasp hives, or hornet nests as they are called in the game files, which basically act like a creature generator. Every time you go near a hornet nest, they will spawn more wasps for you to kill. However, the hornet nest is also a destructible object with its own health, so if you destroy the nest, then it will stop spawning wasps. These nests end at Greatwood Lake, with fences that prevent you from going beyond the mini quest area. All of these objects I have been showing you is temporary and will be removed when the actual Wasp Menace quest is completed. When you've defeated all the wasp nests, you will find a chest at the end of the path that contains a special pump-action crossbow for you to keep, along with a shattered wasp hive which will become relevant later. Now that you've completed your objective, it's fine for you to go back to the picnic area to complete the actual Wasp Menace quest. If we go back to the note we received earlier, we will notice that it mentions a man in Bowerstone South called the Estate Agent. Despite being called the Estate Agent, he doesn't actually sell you houses since the game already has a mechanic for doing that. However, he does buy items that you receive from mini quests, such as the shattered nest that we obtained from the chest in Greatwood Lake. The money you get from selling these items to the estate agent count as your reward for completing the objective. However, it isn't mandatory for you to do so, which means you can just keep the item as a trophy or an artifact if you really want to and don't care about earning money. The estate agent won't always be the person you need to go to for your reward either, so make sure you read the reward section of these notes carefully to find out who the intended quest giver is. After completing the Wasp Menace quest, you will now find a bulletin board in the picnic area which contains more notes that inform you of other objectives you can do. As I mentioned before, some of these only appear during certain quests, so be sure to revisit the picnic area every time you start a new quest, or you just might miss them. And that is everything you really need to know about the mini quest feature that will be available in the next update for my mod, Fable the Lost Content. Some of them are already in the latest version of the mod on the Nexus mods page if you want to try them out before the next update. Those are Maze's Task, Wasp Hives, Travelling Beggar and Travelling Bully, Return of the Queen Scorpion, and the Rose Cottage Raid. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I hope to see you in the next update video for Fable the Lost content. I would like to thank my channel members for supporting the channel directly. With your help, I am able to focus more on these videos and projects. Those members are Typed Medal 125, who has been a channel member for 2 months, and Smocky the Bunny, who has been a channel member for 9 days.